welcome back to my series, How to Sew That Thing. This is the second episode and we're gonna cover how to finish an armhole with bias tape. You can use store-bought bias tape or make your own, and this method is for the concealed bias tape finish. We're gonna start by placing our bias tape right sides together with the armhole, and we're gonna pin it all the way around. When we get to the end, we're gonna mark where the two strips meet. Holding the bias tape marks together, we're gonna turn the bottom piece of bias tape 90 degrees so that they're at a right angle to each other. Then we're gonna sew a diagonal line across the width of the bias tape. Then we'll trim down the seam allowance and press the seam open. This creates the nicest join in my opinion, and now we're gonna just pin that back onto the armhole and sew along the first pressed line of the bias tape. Once that is all sewn, we're going to grade the seam allowance and then press the tape and the seam allowance away from the armhole. You could add some understitching at this point, but I didn't for this dress. Next, we're going to fold the bias tape towards the inside of the garment and cover all of those raw edges and the seam allowance. Press really well all the way around. And lastly, we're just going to edge stitch that binding into place. And that's it. There are going to be 28 more of these videos, so if there's something specific you want to see, leave it in